There's a lot of talk these days about vibrations and frequencies, and really there's a lot to that idea, that everything is a vibration. So the ancient Egyptians created the wave hieroglyph. And the thing about waves is that they're in constant motion, which is the principal function of the letter nut. I thought we'd covered the letter nut with part 3, but this new information just came to me, and it further explains how every living thing moves thanks to the letter nut. Here on Earth, they all move and act in harmony with cosmic law, except for us humans, who are given the divine privilege of choice, so that we can act in harmony with these God-given laws or not. Everything can be seen as a vibration, which is most evident in colors and music, where each color and note vibrates at a different frequency. Music's often associated with Hathor, especially through the sistrum, which we see in paintings and reliefs, and many actual examples of them still survive. As a percussive instrument, it was only used in rituals where it was shaken like a rattle, and its metal discs create a sound like those around a tambourine. They're still used today in the churches of Ethiopia, the source of the Blue Nile. Both colors and music introduce the idea of harmony, and as I've said so many times before, aligning yourself with cosmic law allows you to vibrate in harmony with the entire universe. So it's no coincidence that both Nut and Hathor feature prominently in the Temple of Dendera, with its emphasis on astronomy, astrology, and music. Plus, the name Hathor literally means the house or dwelling place of Horus, the place where your higher consciousness is held. Remember that the first cosmic principle is sound, and each capital in the hypostyle hall there is shaped like a multidimensional sistrum, with the image of Hathor facing in all 4 directions. So both functionally and symbolically they hold up and maintain the astrological ceiling of Nut, and what we can poetically call the music of the spheres. The vibration of a violin string determines the sound it will produce. And now there's much controversy about the 432 frequency as opposed to 440 Hz, and how the 432 is harmonious with nature and the whole universe, which is clearly preferable. And while I was preparing for this video, I thought about the 7-note music scale and the 7 colors of the rainbow, until I realized that both are just human conventions. As you slide your finger up the neck of a violin, there's a continuous flow of notes that get higher and higher without any need of divisions. Then looking into the 7 colors, I soon discovered that the 7th color of the rainbow, indigo, was added by Sir Isaac Newton in 1665. So like the musical notes, this artificial division is just another human convention, while the notes and the colors blend harmoniously into each other. Here we get into deeper stuff, because what we simply call frequency or vibration is now considered part of the electromagnetic spectrum, which brings Nut and Geb back into focus. Earlier we saw how the two create the electromagnetic current that runs around the whole world, And basically this spectrum allows each vibration to be measured, although it has definite limitations. It works quite well with the visible spectrum. When you close your eyes, you stop seeing. But with the audio, it's very limited because it only picks up sound registered by the ear. However, sound has a far greater effect on the body and psyche. Why is it that some music makes you feel sad, while others makes you want to get up and dance? And if you've ever heard Tibetan bowls or had a sound healing session, you know the vibration of sound can be felt throughout your body. Some healers hit a tuning fork and hold the end against your physical body, so you can actually feel the vibration. Also, standing in front of the speakers at a rock concert, you feel your whole body vibrating by the sheer volume of the music. The electromagnetic spectrum is the product of mind activity, and it tries to explain things that the temple teaching explained in much more simple human terms, through sacred art, which is created through a highly disciplined symbolic language. And in their painting palette, the Egyptians used 6 basic colors: red, yellow, green, blue, black, and white. In part, this was based on the raw pigments available to them, yet for them each color served a purely symbolic purpose, and nothing was painted merely for decoration. Each color resonates with a specific vibration that conveys a specific message and produces a specific effect in the viewer. In terms of the visible spectrum, red has a longer wavelength and vibrates at a lower frequency than blue, whose wavelength is shorter and vibrates at a higher frequency. Blue is associated with the sky and is symbolically used in images of Nut. Yet red, which carries a more dense, fiery energy, is often used on the dress of Isis or Hathor, and of course Neith, who also wears the red crown. Approaching sacred art requires the viewer to be in a heightened state of awareness where they can begin to unveil the symbolism without mind activity. Earlier I said that Nut pours out the hidden potentials of Nu. That is, she determines the wavelength and frequencies of each thing and thereby gives life to the inert matter of Geb by causing it to vibrate and move. So when you enjoyed today's presentation, please click the like and subscribe buttons, and remember you can support the channel by clicking on the link below to buy me a coffee. And you can also check out my blog, News from Beyond, and there's a link in the description below. And as ever, thanks for watching.